Hello and welcome to how I play my level 50 mage. And let's kind of get into this, pretty quick. We're going to go over spells, we're going to go over hot buttons, we're going to go over like some targeting stuff to make things easier and whatnot. So I play this character in a 6-box. I play from the Shadow Knight as my primary character. I run 2 mages in this group. This one is Gnome Regard, he's level 50, and this one is Tawani, she's level 50. And they're set up exactly the same. They share the same UI, they share the same spells. So that's kind of how that's all set up. Except Gnome Regard has a buff to do damage shield on the tank, whereas Tawani does not have that, because I don't need them both casting the same spell at the same time. I'm currently, since this is a box, I don't really switch up my spells very much. I know there's one spell I'm not using right now, and that's called Create Item Utility Mod Rod, because I have to target somebody to cast it, and it's a pain. I'm waiting till I get the AA version, so that's why I'm not covering that spell. Just not worth my effort with the current way I'm setting this. I have everything set up. I mean, I have 10,000 hit points at level 50. I'm on live. I obviously have a lot of gear, so it's just not worth my time to do that extra stuff for that. But if you're playing on a TLP, mod rods are fantastic, and you should be using that as much as you possibly can. So that's just my little caveat there. But let's go into this. Let's start here. My first spell is Lava Bolt. This is a direct damage spell, does 817 damage. We'll knock it off one right here on the level 50 training dummy here. You can see there it got resisted. This one, let me see here. Can I lower your resistances? Modify the level. It doesn't look like I can lower his resistances, but let's just try another nuke. Sometimes it does full damage, sometimes it doesn't. It just depends on what we got going on. There, 957. Now, we do have Bard Song going right now, so you can kind of see there. But that's the bread and butter nuke that we use. It's a fairly quick recast time. And it's, long cast time, but we have no spell focus items at the moment. We have not done a single daily quest on these guys, which will probably change sooner or later, just so we can go get those focus items. I'm just waiting until they are better stat-wise than what I have on right now. Next up, I have Rain of Lava. So this is a level 35 spell, so it's kind of low. It's not the best. If we look here at our damage, like Rain of Lava is the last one we got. Now we got Flame Arc, which is a point blank AoE, but I have Rain of Lava just because it's there. I can probably switch the order of these two right now, but it doesn't really matter. I also have Rain of Swords, so this one does a little bit more damage. It's 324 damage every 3 seconds. So if I cast it, let me move back a little bit. Let's cast Fire first. You can kind of watch how this works. It's a 3-tick kind of thing. So you'll see one attack, 2 attack, and one more, 3. Right, so it's a three waves of AoE that hits 4 mobs. I also use the magic one here, Rain of Swords. I kind of cast all these on cooldown is the way this kind of works out. This is because I'm pulling AoE mobs mostly, so you can see there 346, 339. Obviously this one does more damage, but I think one of them got resisted. Yeah, resisted. So the target dummy is a little bit stronger than probably the mobs I'm fighting right now, but for the most part, that just works that way, right? And this one here gets replaced here real quick anyway once we get into the 50s. It just, it is what it is. I'm trying something different versus just single target damage. I'm pulling multiple mobs and I'm not mezzing them, so I'm trying to leverage that versus having to use the point blank AoEs, which have a longer recast time, so it's like you get one off. And I feel like I need to have like an enchanter to do that, whereas the Shadow Knight can kind of hold its own without stunning the other ones. So it just depends, because it's a 4 target limit on those spells. So that's that one. I have Mallow here. I don't have it set up on any of my characters to cast right now, but I do have it just in case I do need it. So if I can, I'll just manually click on it on the thing. I don't have any macros for it right here, but Mallow it, that'll make it a little bit more less resistant to fire and I believe disease and everything else. But you can see there, Rain of Lava is landing every time, and then I think it does magic resist also. Since I do not have Tash in my setup, so a little bit harder to get that debuff on there, but you can see there we're getting all 3 Rains of Swords. So if I had 4 targets right there, they would all be hit for, whatever the damage is. Next, I have Shield Lava, which is a damage shield. I keep this on my tank at all times. And then when I get the group version, I will keep it on the entire group at all times. Next up, I have Burnout 3, which is our current, the current pet buff at this level. It's the level 47 spell. Just increases the pet damage, attack speed, and everything else. It's a really nice spell. It keeps going up, and that'll be replaced every level. And then next I have my pet. So I currently have an air pet out right now, but just because I'm too lazy to resummon it, and I go for the water pet. I think that's air. Looks like air. Let's just do it right now. Why not? Let's do it live. The air pet will stun mobs. The water pet can backstab and can theoretically do more damage. I switch between them. I use the highest level one. So you can see this one's a little bluer. It looks more watery and stuff like that. I just cast Burnout on him and he's ready to go. We send him into attack. Can't do it while we're casting. If we send him into attack, right, we can see his name is John. So we can see him right here. He's doing, hitting for 56. He's reposting. Jeez. 56. Jeez, he's like reposting a lot. Here, back off. Come here. Come over here. Attack him from behind. God. Alright, so 56. It seems to be the highest hit I've seen off this guy right now. Let's try something else. So, I haven't been giving them weapons just because I've been going kind of fast through everything here. So let's summon him a dagger and see if that helps him at all here. But it looks like a max hit is 56. So it's a fairly decent pet. I'm not seeing any backstabs unless I have it filtered out. All right, there's one. And he's supposed to, like, the water pet's supposed to backstab, but I suspect that is, either, yeah, it's either something filtered or he just does not backstab without a dagger. But eventually they get it automatically. All right, let's stop. Give him these daggers. So let's look at these daggers. The stats don't matter. We don't want to proc on the dagger either. Apparently that is a DPS loss, but we give him 2 daggers and we send him back in. Now, send him back in. You can kind of see it's about the same. Doesn't really seem to matter. He's missing a lot. This is a level 50. I think it's supposed to be a level 50 raid mob. I can't remember what I bought. Let's see, report statistics. He's just level 50, 115 AC. So it's a decent pet. It's not the best pet, but eventually we'll have a better, I don't know, a better pet next after this one. Let's go ahead and stop him real quick. Alright, so that's the pet. I've been using air because I like the stuns, but I do switch between air and water as I've been leveling up. And then the last spell I have is the Arc Shielding. Mostly because I'm lazy and I don't like memorizing it. I try to keep this spell up at all times. These characters do get hit significantly at the moment because I do not have AoE Taunt on my Shadow Knight yet. And then once he gets to that, they should never take damage again, in theory, unless the Shadow Knight dies. But I do pull anywhere from 1 to 5 mobs, and it gets kind of chaotic. If you watch the series Hobbs and Friends, you'll see how I do everything in a real-time situation with real mobs. But this is just how I have everything set up. So that's the spells I run like 99.9% of the time. Sometimes I'll swap out like invisibility or whatever I need, but this is my combat spells. My hotbars, I use a multi-bind setup, which we'll go over here in a second, but first button is just hide corpse NPC, so any NPC corpses on the ground get hidden. And then when I have forage, when I get the AA, it'll go there, and I'll be able to forage when I hit 1. It's just I copied these from my 125 mage, so it's the same general layout from that character, except for I removed like a bunch of stuff. These are like all the burns and stuff for the 120 mage and all the pet abilities. They're just, we don't have them yet. So as we get them, they'll fill in here, and it'll be nice. So my assist button is simply X target 19, pet at swarm, pet attack. Mages have lots of swarm pets, and they have a pet, so you need to do that, get them in action. In X target 19, I say this in every single one of these how I play my character videos. X target 1 through 6 is my group. Same order on all my characters. Pretty simple. 7 through 18 is the extended mobs that are not being engaged. 19 is the assists target from group from the extended target window. So I know that whatever that is right there is what my tank has, or my assist has selected. So that assist can be anybody. You can set it, in the group window here to whoever you want. It's my Shadow Knight at the moment. And then I have the tank. So the tank is right here, group tank. You just set it right there. It'll set that person, whoever's assigned the shield and whoever's assigned the sword. It does it for you. Extended target is beautiful, and it saves so much time. But X target 19 is the assist target. So if I'm playing with other people or some other thing, right, whoever's marked as assist, boom, it goes right there. I do this on my true box characters. I do this on my multi-boxed characters via IS Boxer. I do this on the characters I play by myself. I have the exact same layout for all of them. I just changed this upper part to what's in the group, and I usually change it to who's in the group. Like if it's a bunch of people I'm playing with, I set them all up here in the same order. If I have like 2 characters or something, or 1, I probably don't bother with 1, but you get the gist. These burns, they are all for the 120 mage, so we'll just skip those for now. As we get actual AAs and stuff like that, we can burn as lower level. I will update them, but for the most part, they're the same right now. Then I have a sit button on my Shadow Knight. When I want everybody to sit, I just hit 0. Key maps have to be on in IS Boxer, but I just hit 0. Everybody sits that I want to sit, which is the shaman, the mages. I don't want the DPS to sit, so that's kind of how that works. All my characters have J boots, so for when they were level 1, it just gave me the ability to run faster for, I think it was like 2 minutes at level 1. So it's just something of necessity early on. I think once they ding 51, they get auto granted all the run speed AAs, so J boots are no longer needed at that point. And then I have a mount. This character is No Regard, my necromancer, who is like 121 right now. He's always had the bunny since I got the bunny, so I used the bunny on him. He obviously does not have the stats of the bunny, because that is like 10 expansions ago. He has the stats of this one right here, the Shiknar saddle. I think that's the best one I have right now. So it is what it is. It gives me like 4,700 hit points or something like that, along with mana and stamina. On my numpad 1, so numpad 1 is my like pull ability on my Shadow Knight. So when I pull, I do also send the pet in and cast 2. This probably shouldn't be here anymore. I'm going to actually take it out right now because that can cause some issues. But when I assist, it does the exact same thing. So I hope that makes a little bit more sense. And then here I have a short duration buff. Later on, the mage will get burning skin, boiling skin, or something like that. Some short duration damage shields plus a DD proc buff. So I put those on the tank. I just don't have those yet. So the only option we have is Shield of Lava, which is a damage shield. So this just targets the tank, which is X target 20. Cast Shield of Lava on him, and it just goes about a merry way. Long term, I would turn this into one of my macros that I have, like these ones right here. Pause 50, mem spell slot, whatever the spell name, and then, I'd probably put the X target 20, cast the spell, then go back. I would long term change those, but I'm leveling so fast that I don't really care. I'll just leave it memmed for now, right? It's just mobs die like so fast. It's a joke, but it's there. I have a follow hotkey, which is attack off. All my characters do attack off as the first line in their follow. And why do I do that? I guess that is a question, right? If I have attack on, right? So if I go over here, like my bard has attack on, my Beast Lord has attack on, like it's just random what characters have attack on, right? And if I were to use the level 100 Bard Invis, they would not be invised. They would stay there. If I do any invising, they would just completely, reappear right away because they have attack on. By turning attack off, I can prevent that. And it's just a safety measure. Like I even have like my 120 characters. They have attack in their some of their hotkeys to turn attack on and start swinging their weapons. And it's it's a DPS gain to melee as a pure caster. But you want to turn that off so when you move and you invis, you have that that kind of done. And sometimes like assist doesn't turn it off. Like sometimes assist turns attack off. Sometimes it doesn't. It's totally weird. But yeah, that's why I do that. And then so all my characters follow whoever X target 1 is. So X target 1 is usually the character that I'm playing from. So if I'm playing from Hobbs, then he is X target 1. If I decide I want to play from Stasi, boom, I would reorder it so that Stasi is X target 1. And on some of my characters, I have different extended targets where they're different orders, right? Like these ones don't have it because they only group with these guys, but on my Journal characters, sometimes I play from the Necromancer and the other characters follow him, and everything is done for the Necromancer. And I can just change that by changing the order of this, and I just click on, however I want to do it. So say I just wanted to play the mages plus the bard or something like that, and then play from the bard, I would have a different extended target just for that. Anyway, exterior 1, I stand up because if you try to follow while sitting, you will not move. So you stand up, you follow. That's the in-game follow. So if let's just hit it right now. So he's gonna run in like a circle until he gets behind our target. So our target's X target 1, which is Hobbs, and he's just going to run to him. That's just how the game works. They built in a follow command. That's how it works. And then invite. So I mention this in every video. If I invite somebody to my group and they do a /invite, just a /invite to me, they will join a group. That's just how it works. So it saves me time getting the groups formed up. The rest of this bar is just abilities to teleport. I have no idea what this one was. I have no idea. But we have the North Row teleport device. This takes us to the anniversary year of Darkpaw Tower. Origin takes me to Crescent Reach. 2 different guild hall anchors. I think one of these goes to his house. He's unique in the fact that he has houses outside the guild hall here. And I bought a whole plot, like a whole neighborhood. I bought a whole neighborhood for this guild so I could have multiple houses for multiple characters and all kinds of nonsense. But yeah, he teleports to his house where he has his trophies and stuff like that for his trade skills. See here, I don't know what that one was, but it doesn't matter. A fellowship registration insignia. This teleports us to our campfire. So if you hit Control-Shift-F on live servers, you can see a fellowship, and then you can create a new campfire like this. Create a campfire, and then you can teleport to that campfire, right? Boom. Simple as that. You can do that every 15 minutes, apparently. And that is cool for multiple reasons, right? It only takes 3 fellowship members to be in the area, right? So you can see here, these are all my characters that I have, and I can just take any of these 3, put them somewhere, create a campfire, and then I can teleport any of these people. They don't even have to be online. I can just log them on, teleport there as soon as I click the thing, right? So it's a handy dandy thing. You should always be in a campfire. If you're on live, I don't know when it's added to TLPs, but it's probably pretty late in the game, honestly. Drunkard Stein, this teleports me directly to Plane of Knowledge. Let me see here if I can click it. There's like a... I can't remember how to click it. Oh, if I hold it down, there we go. Inspect, yeah. Just it's from an anniversary quest. Since this is from Navai, I have like a billion of these damn things. I just like every time I make a character, I go do it during the anniversary thing, and then sometimes I'll take 6 characters there. I'll do it again. I'll parcel all those off to different characters, and I'll have more. So when I make a new character, I always have a Stein. I'm pretty sure you can buy them in the bazaar. If you're here, was Stein? That's how you spell it, right? S-O-E-E-I-N. There you go. Drunkard Stein. The price is, well, that one's $1 million. We go down here. The cheapest one is 300,000. Not too bad, I guess. If obviously you would sell a chrono to buy gear if you were doing that on this server. If you don't have any money, but that's how that works. That's all those. Then Throne of Heroes takes me to a guild lobby. All my characters should be bound in guild lobby. I don't know if they all actually are, but guild lobby is it's like the best zone in the game on Throne of I. That is where the lag pile, if you call it, is. That's where everybody sits to get free buffs from everybody else. They do mass group buffs, and everybody gets them. It's pretty nice. This row is pretty much blank. I do have a summon agent, which summons a vendor that sells reagents and stuff. Then I have experience potions, and then down here I have Lesson of Devout, which is 100% experience for 30 minutes. It's a nice little buff. It does not stack with the potions, though, so use one and then use the other. All right, so I kind of glossed over it, but I'm gonna go back here to my multibind and how this works. I cover this in like every single video, but it's worth repeating because a lot of people don't understand it. All right, so in Everquest, in the client, you can bind a hot button to 2 keys. As you can see here, hot button 1 on bar 6, which I believe is this one right here, is bound to 5 and 4. If I hit 4, right, Rain of Swords cast. What is right here? Rain of Swords. Okay. If I hit 4 again, Rain of Lava. What's right next here? Rain of lava. So you see there, if I hit it again, if I just keep spamming it, lava bolt. So lava bolt's gonna cast now, right? Pretty self-explanatory how this works. But some people don't seem to understand how this works and how this is a DPS game. Some of these spells, like if I cast them again, especially it's more later on than these lower level, because it's like this is like simple rotation stuff. But at this level, these have different delays, right? If we look at this, right, there's a 12-second delay on that. Now I can stagger these spells in such a way that I am Rain of Swords, Rain of Lava, Lava Bolt, Rain of Swords, and so on and so on. I think it's actually Rain of Swords, Rain of Lava, Lava Bolt, back to Rain of Swords. You can kind of see the rotation down here. Now, as I hit 4, I'm constantly pushing 4. Now, like, I don't have camera on or anything right now, but I'm constantly pushing 4 on my keyboard to get it to do this. There's no automation, there's no nothing else. It's just me pushing 4 on my keyboard. You can see here in the options, I have every single button on these two hotbars set to 4 and 5. Why 4 and 5, you ask? Why 4 and 5? So 4 is my default assist, and only certain characters do certain things. On 5, all my characters will do certain things. I have them split because my shaman has spells that are cast offside of the multibind, like dots. You don't want to cast a dot in the multibind, because like if you do that, you're just gonna cast the same dot over and over again, and you're gonna lose mana, and it's gonna be a waste of time. So I have 2 multibinds kind of set up so that I can do 2 different things at the same time without having to do a lot of work to change things. Setting this up, setting all these hotkeys up inside of here didn't take me very long to just go through and put 5 on every single one of these hot buttons, right? It took me a matter of minutes. And as you get higher and higher level in the game, you're going to have enough buttons to push to fill up all of this. If you watch my 125 Mage guide, that character has pretty much all of that same setup, completely full of different abilities, and they all have their place in being used pretty much at the same time. This whole time I've been pushing 4, so just letting you know, the whole time I'm pushing 4. There's no automation. I just want to make sure that's clear. So my multibind right now at this point is Rain of Swords, Rain of Lava, Lava Bolt. It is. I could probably get away with just casting Lava Bolt if I really wanted to, but I feel like Rain of Swords and Rain of Lava and the replacement of Rain of Lava, whatever that is, in like 2 or 3 levels, are going to be DPS gains because of the way I'm playing the character. And these videos are on how I play my character, not the best way, not how to play it in a raid. These are how I do it, right? And I pull 3 or 4 mobs with my Shadow Knight, and I rain them down. Like, I call it cleave, right? If you play World of Warcraft, you play any other MMO, it's called cleave damage. It's indirect damage attacking other mobs in like an AoE sense, right? Like, I'm targeting this guy, but if there's like 3 other guys around, they're gonna get hit by the AoE, but this guy's gonna get hit by the AoE plus Lava Bolt, right? So it's just extra damage. And if you watch in I think the previous one, I think it was like episode 2 of whenever I go to Chardock with with the Hobbs and Friends, you kind of see like how I'm doing it and stuff like that, and how it's actually like I'll go to this guy. I don't have spell effects turned on that character, but from right here, let me turn on key maps, right? Let's just show what this fully looks like with everybody going, right? So I'm only pushing 4. You'll see the swords that you see spinning, the lava, that's Rain of Lava right there. And then you'll see the swords here in a second. On the next, there it is. There's Rain of Swords. You'll see 1, 2, and then 3 right there. right? And that's two, I have two mages casting that at the same time, and everything is all I'm doing is pushing for. All I'm doing is pushing for. So that's just how that works, right? I highly recommend setting up your characters in some kind of multi-bind situation, or your single character, right? I have single characters set up in multi-bind kind of setups. Like I think in my Necromancer 120, 125 videos, I show how to do it with a Necromancer for single target non-dot damage for when mobs die really quick. And your 30 to 40 second dot is not even going to do anything worth your time casting. And it's more focused on doing direct damage with the Necromancer. I do it in there. All the 120 videos show how I set up all the stuff, all the 125 videos also. But it's hard to stress how important this is, because once you get all the AAs and stuff, they all activate like with spells, right? You can only cast one spell at a time, but AAs are instant activation and they don't have a delay after them. So I can activate, AA 1, 2, and 3. I might get those off all at the same time while I'm casting it, right before I cast the spell, right? So that's how I do the multi-bind, right? So this bar right here is pretty much all high-level stuff I don't have yet. They'll fill in as we level, and I'll show those as we go. This is a robe I picked up, Robe of Conjuration. This came from Planar Growth. I think you can get any of them. This one just drops as a robe. But it gave me Shield of Lava, which is the same damage shield I can cast now at level 1. So I can cast a, I don't even know how much damage it does. Let's go with 25 points, possibly. Let's go with 25 points. I think it sounds right. 25 point damage shield, maybe 35 points. I don't know. Fantastic. Just being able to cast that at level 1. Let's see here. These are all not yet. Yeah, and then I do my arc shielding. That's the only buff I actually go with. Everything else is out of air. But that's pretty much it. Gear wise, so we are at a point where we're going to start wearing Defiant gear, right? I twinked these guys out with the best stuff I could get from TOV and other various raids. But the downside is there's no focus effects, right? Like, there is no focus effects. This one has True Sight, but for the most part, there are no focus effects on any of this gear. So, what gear should you get? Well, you want the arms. So if we look this up here, right? Clear that Defiant, and I don't even know what is it called. Intricate. I think is Intricate's the level. It's either Flawed. Here, let's do Cloth to make this easier. Wow, really? There's like nothing for sale. Let's see. We want arms, so let's go slot arms. That's what we want. Ornate might have it. Ornate does not have the focus effect, so that sucks. Let's go Ember. No, not Core. Gallant. Yeah, this will work. Oh, jeez, that guy is trying to get rid of that junk. It's good. It's obviously a bot undercutting everybody else automatically like that, but that's funny. Let's see here. Here we go. Arms. Now this is consistent through all the gear, through all the levels. This is just the 120 version. You want the arms. So the arms will give a focus effect for fire damage spells on the arms, and the mage is gonna definitely want that. 100%. So as soon as you can get a focus effect on your arms, get it immediately. Like, that's going to be your immediate upgrade. That's going to be your most important piece of gear, in my opinion. Next up would be the helmet. The helmet, as soon as you can get a focus effect on it, this is like Lachlan level plus gear. You're going to want this one right here. So the helmets come with True Sight or Faerun, right? But they also come with increased magic-based spells damage, right? So that's Rain of Swords And then the other nuke line we have is Shock of Swords, or whatever of swords, right? Shock of whatever. It's a whole magic line of nuking with swords. And that'll affect it also. Now, another one of interest would be the robe. There we go. The robe has a focus effect that increases the pet damage by increasing the damage of the next pet bashes or backstabs. So that one's a good one too, to use as needed. The breastplate also increases the damage of our spear line of spells, so that's also beneficial. As per weapons, well, I guess, yeah, weapons. You're going to probably want to go with the two-hander option as soon as you can. I don't know. Like, I play it, you know, the high-end game, so, like, the lower-level stuff, I don't know when the two-handers actually start picking up and being, you know, proccable and usable like that. But you're going to want them as soon as possible. Now, you can also go with the one-hand option. You can go with this one here. So this is like, this is a 120 weapon I use on my Necromancer. This one will restore mana. Now, I've had a lot of issues on my 125 Mage where that character cannot maintain mana because I'm doing so much and doing so much damage that it's like I'm out of mana. Now, one thing I can do to alleviate that would be to use the Lucanite, or the dagger, right? And that'll restore mana on stuff and whatnot. But that also lets me use a shield, and then all the shields have a special aug they can use, which is more mana regen and more heroic stamina and intelligence. So just some thoughts there. I'm currently like using this Essence of Nature, which is mana regen, so it's probably better than anything else I can get at the moment. Stat-wise, I've been going Heroic Intelligence on my 120, 25 Mage, and that's probably the way to go for mages. Stamina might be if you raid a lot, but it's hard to say, in all honesty. Like, I don't raid at a 125 level. I only raid at like the TLP level, so it's hard to say what is best, but I'm pretty sure it's intelligence, because that's going to increase pretty much everything that you do, mana wise and whatnot. So you're going to want to probably go with that. If not, someone let me know. I mean, I'll stop saying bad information if that's wrong. But I think that's everything. You're going to want a familiar. That's one thing I didn't talk about. This character has a familiar. You get these from doing the what is it called? Achievements in the expansions. Each expansion has one. My other characters have the it's like an otter or something like that. It's like Heroes of Heroes. No, that's the mount. Champion. That's just experience. It's Paragon. Yeah, Paragon. The Paragon achievement for the last few expansions gives you a familiar, which gives you more stats. So this one gives you 3 to 7% of your maximum health, mana, endurance, all kinds of stuff. A 70-point damage shield, and it's just like, they're crazy. Like, it's just crazy. All right, that's everything. If there's any questions or comments, please let me know, and I will try to address them. But that is how I play my level 50 Mage. Thank you very much for watching, and please have a fantastic day.